All right, Kenman here. Today we've got a Kizer. This is one I've been looking at for a while. I've been interested in. This is actually part of a pass-around box of a group that I am in, so I get to kind of check it out, see what I think, and then pass it on to the next person. Will I end up buying this knife? Let's find out. What Kizer are we looking at today? Box gently on the floor. We've got the trapdoor box. You know it's a good one. I'll keep all the info and the cloth sealed up there. You got your extra screws that Kizer always gives. Real nice style and set of extra screws and stuff from Kizer. Got the pouch. And there it is, pouch gently on the floor. Today we're looking at the Kizer Megatherium. Boom, look at this beast. Fun stuff. What a wild design. I dig it. You know I like larger knives, so I was always kind of interested in this one. It's kind of a beast. This big notch that your hand gets kind of stuck up in. Also the little choke up spot. Ooh, that's actually quite satisfying, comfortable. Oh, no jimps. Kizer, throw a bunch of jimps right up on that little right there. I mean, this style, there's a look and a feel to it, but those jimps wouldn't hurt anything, would they? Wow. That, you really get locked up in there. Kind of pulls your finger in, almost sticks you in there. The choke up spot, that makes your middle finger a little bit lower, but ultimately that feels pretty good getting in there and doing some work. This knife is wild. All right, so we have a full frame lock there and a big hole. Let's see. Ugh. Yep, as a lefty, I get my thumb off the lock. Yep, and it works perfect. So as a righty, there it is. Yeah, I can tell already. I like this knife, but it's kind of a no. When as a lefty, when you have a full frame lock, if I put pressure on that lock and now I can't flick it open, that kind of makes it not as fun for me. I got to kind of now find a there. I have to put my thumb down here and not put any pressure on there for the opening. Thumb stud works or thumb hole works fine. Flipper tab works fine. But as a lefty, with that pressure, kind of puts it out for me. If they made a righty version of this, I'd probably buy it. Or, righty. Scratch that, rewind it, play it back. Lefty version. If they made a full lefty version, then I could sit there and close it like that and be fine. Close really isn't... there's a little fail. Isn't much of an issue. It's just putting that pressure on there. Doesn't mean it's a bad knife, but for lefties, that kind of makes it not as exciting for me. All right, it says Megatherium on there. Got the little Maker's Mark logo, Kizer. What's that say right there? Lighting. S35VN on the blade steel, titanium on the handle, titanium clip. Clip cannot be swapped to the other side. As I said, got that nice full frame lock, really gets in there deep. Pretty easy to get to the lock, and then it swings shut fairly well. I mean, it's a heavy blade, so that's going to make it drop. Notice the flipper tab. Is that a little ting? Kind of almost heard a ting on there. A little bit of a ting to it. That's kind of fun. The flipper tab, like if you push, it's kind of at this weird angled spot. So I kind of done that a couple of times where you kind of pull it around and you can fail it. Detent seems pretty strong, but this flipper tab is way out there. So it gives you that easy leverage for like a fail. I want to see that popped out of there. If you get that pressure on there and you're good with it, it shouldn't really be an issue. But if you just get in there and just push, you can fail this one fairly easy. Thumb out isn't too hard, except for that hole is big. Look at that. You can get your thumb all the way in there. So almost hole's a little large, kind of can get stuck like that right there a little. I can flick it out if I get used to it. It's really not all that bad. Just got to kind of stay low down here on it. This is a fun knife. Maybe I do want it. You can just watch the evolution right here in the unboxing and first impressions. I'll have to kind of hang on to it for a day or two and kind of mess around and see what I think. But, see there. Got to get the right grip on it. That choke up spot feels nice. This thing is just a beast. Look at how wide the blade is right there. That's something else. I think the hole is a little too big though. Kind of get your finger stuck in there. Fairly easy. And then that kind of makes it torque and you can't send it out as well. So they could have made that hole maybe a little bit thinner. What do we think about that? Beefy thickness. I do love the style, the look. The kind of facets they cut on there for the relief kind of gives it a little bit of a contour. Excuse me. I guess I'm younger than I thought. This choke up spot though, getting in there, that is wild. That really kind of locks you into that position. You're not sliding forward at all. And even with that, like I said, that middle finger locking down in there, that does feel pretty good. Although my thumb's a little longer, I'd be smaller hand will probably fit right in there really well. My kind of puts my thumb up there. Not bad. I still think I could go for the jimps. Oh, blade has a little bit of play to it. Oh, hold on a second here. 99% of my videos I say no play, no movement, but that's all truth. Right now, this has just the tiniest little bit, but I bet, you know, if you open and close it a bunch, oh yeah, that was definitely a little loose there. Action's still fine. Yeah, we just had the pivot was just kind of spinning out just a little bit. Now we are solid, no play. Blade is centered nicely. The plight of the left-handed. Just use your other hand, Kenman. I know. What do we think about this design? I dig it. Okay. I still could potentially add one of these to my collection. 8 5/8 end to end. That's a big boy. Straight across right there, 4-inch angled across 4. Right to the center, it's more like 3 3/4 on that blade. And a 5-inch handle. Wow. She's a beast. Megatherium. Okay, blade thickness up here, 0.15. Boosh. 1.5. The 1.5 carries all the way to there. You got this little relief cut on the top for some style, and then the main grind. That point is right out there. Really easy to get in and use it. This little choil there for the choke up and then for sharpening. All right, handle. Nice looking. I like the titanium, just a simple kind of a stonewash titanium. Kind of the edges are a little lighter. I dig it. It's kind of a weathered look. 0.55 on the handle thickness. Thickest spot here, 127, drops all the way to 8.4 in that choke up spot. Thickest on the blade. Holy God. 1.74. And this battery will never die. But it's going to tell you it is. It's been telling us it is for almost, a year now? She's heavy, 6.6369, almost 637. Compare everything with the Kizer Drop Bear, 3.29. Little brother Kizer over there, 636, almost 7. That is a hefty pig. Kizer Drop Bear is a great EDC daily user. That's the jumps I'm talking about. Kizer, you know how to do jumps. Throw some on there. Drop Bear is a great EDC user, though. Bug out size, pyrite size. Great one for a comparison here. solid inch shorter on the front, a little more than an inch on the handle. Could be a nice little secondary carry. You got your main and then a beast for a secondary, or would that be your main? What do you rock most of the time? Bigger, smaller, average? All right, Megatherium S35 VN titanium, awesome looking stuff. I've been doing some paper cut tests. This one is slightly used, but it is in pretty great shape, so I don't know if they've sharpened this or it looks pretty much mint. Oh yeah. Remember, that is, that is fantastic. Remember, that is 0.15 in the back and all the way down. So look at all that material, all that steel that's got to go through in that cut, and tell me that's not a 9 all day. Wow. Okay, maybe I do like this more. Holes a little big, flick out's tough. These are just lefty issues. Switch to my right hand, everyone's gonna say. They call it the right hand for a reason, right? I don't know. Who's got a Megatherium? What do we think about this knife? I love it. It's pretty fun. Yeah, maybe get one for the collection, maybe not. Comment below. What do you think? Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.